Hi, I'm Guy and I run Dresda Motorcycles with my business partner Russell Vann. Dresda's been making bikes since 1961 when it was set up by Dave Degens, the celebrated road racer. We make bikes mainly based on the Triumph engines, the classic Triumph engines, but we do all kinds of engines. We can put a frame around pretty much anything you've got. And we also make some quite modern bikes as well. So I'm going to show you around the factory. Come on in. So this is the main area of the shop. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of customer bikes in. There are various things here. This has been owned by the same owner since it came off the Meriden line and is very much a stock Triumph. He's brought it in for recommissioning and he wants to get it out in the sunshine. We've got some other bikes here. This is obviously a modern Hinckley Bonneville. This is going to get stripped down completely. We'll keep the engine, but pretty much everything else will go. We might keep the clocks and possibly some of the running gear, but everything else is going to go, and the engine will go into a Dresda frame and become a very modern Triton, which will have push-button start and yearly service intervals. Behind it, you can see possibly one of the earliest Tritons ever built. This is, I think, a 1954 Manx. It's owned by Russell, who co-owns the company with me, and at some point in its life it had a 6T Triumph engine popped into it, possibly because the original Manx engine got taken out and put into a Cooper racing car or something like that. But anyway, it's probably one of the earliest Tritons that we've ever come across, and it's really where Dresda and the whole Triton experience has started. Further over, we've got the replica of the Dresda Barcelona 1970 winner. This was where Dave came back, having won the Barcelona 24-hour race in 1965. Dave then redesigned a frame of his own based on the geometry of the Aomaki 250s and 350s that he'd raced so successfully for Sid Lawton. And he shoehorned a Triumph 650 unit construction engine into it. And it's a fantastic bike to ride, very light, flickable, and with a tremendous power to weight ratio. Dave started the business back in the late 50s, early 60s. He bought an old scooter shop, which was called Dresda before he bought it. They were the initials of the three people who set up the shop. He then turned it into a motorcycle concern, and through his very rapidly building fame on the short circuits all around the UK, he attracted interest in the bikes that he was building, which in those days were Tritons. They were a Triumph engine put into a Norton featherbed frame, which he was renowned for racing very fast and very aggressively on the track. And we've got some examples here. These are customer examples. At the back there is actually a Norton 750 Atlas, and then closer there are a couple of Tritons that are owned by customers of ours. We're building one here under the covers here. This is actually going to another customer who's just bought some bits and pieces in, and we're going to turn that into a Triton for them. Up on the top shelf here you can see some frames that are waiting to go out to customers. These are waiting for the last bracketry to be fitted before they get blasted, and then they'll be etch primed so that the customers can then do a dry build of their bikes before having the frames painted or powder coated. And underneath you can see some examples of tanks that will be fitted to some of these bikes. Some of them have come off bikes that we're working on because we don't like to get them dented while they're in the workshop. Hanging here you can see a couple of Dave's old leathers, a set that he used to race the Tritons with in the black, and then the Dresda Honda colours. These were the Honda UK colours that came out in the early 70s. Some people may remember those. And the Dresda Hondas. Dave built a frame that was big enough to put the new CB750 single overhead cam unit into, and that was enormously successful. And Honda UK had the presence of mind to go, hang on a minute, we'll do a joint venture with Dave, and they made him an agent for Honda in the UK. And Dave raced these bikes with great success, both here on the short circuits, but also drag racing and as endurance bikes, particularly on the continent, where under the Jap Auto banner, Dresda framed CB750s won the Bol d'Or several times. So here's one of the Dresda Hondas in the livery, the Honda UK, Honda Style it was called, Honda Style livery of the early 70s, very distinctive, and that was seen all over the racetracks. When I was a schoolboy, I remember watching Dave riding these around tracks and thinking, I want one of those. This is a board that we take to a lot of the races and shows that we attend. It just gives a sort of montage picture of Dresda over the years. And you can see some big moments here. This is Dave racing one of the Dresda Hondas. You can see more Dresda Hondas up here. This is Dave having won a race on one of his Triumphs in the 80s, which is when I first met Dave and started going to races with him. A bit earlier here you can see him right on the shoulder of Mike Hailwood. That looks like Brand somewhere. This is a great shot of Dave sticking his tongue out at the cameraman as he passes him on his way to winning the Thruxton 500 miler. Dave, although he's known for his endurance racing, he was a fantastic short circuit rider and very hard rider. And he won the Red X Trophy in 1966, which was no mean feat against Minter and Ivy, Phil Reed, and a lot of the other greats of the 1960s racing scene. Here you can see him with Rex Butcher, one of those other great riders of the time. And this is when they won the 1965 Barcelona 24-hour race as rider and co-rider. And this is Dave on that bike. You can see the bike here more recently, and we're actually building another replica of this bike, which I'll show you in a minute. Here at the workshop, we build complete bikes and for customers if they want it. So we start with the engine. We'll build it right up from balancing the crank, clearing out the sludge trap, right up to a finished engine. This is a spare race engine that we carry around with us in the back of the van just in case we need one at a race for the Barcelona bike. But we can tune them from mild road bikes that are suitable for everyday use right through to quite highly tuned racing engines. Here's a couple of bikes that have come in from customers. This one's a nice matchless G50 that's being raced in the Lansdowne Cup, and the owner wanted us to do a couple of jobs on it before the next meeting. And behind it is a wonderful 8-valve Triton that's been owned by the same guy for the last 25 years, I think. He's now 85, so he's sadly selling this bike, but he's going to buy himself or build himself a 500 that'll carry him through till when he's 95, he thinks. So here's the main bit of the workshop where all the work happens, and Russell here is just fettling a customer's bike. He picked this up from us after a full engine rebuild on a Tuesday, rode it to test it on Wednesday to Box Hill, and then on Thursday went with all his mates on modern superbikes down to Cornwall and back. And it went faultlessly, and he's thrilled. He's ridden it to Cornwall again since then, and he puts a lot of miles on this bike, and he's just brought it in to us to have Russell check it over, make sure all the tappets are right, and prepare it for its next excursion. So Russell started working for Dave after he left. He worked at Porsche after he left school for a couple of years, and then he went to work for Dave, and he's been there ever since. So he spent 33 years building frames, building bikes, building engines for Dave, and is really what Dresda is known as today. Russell and I are now running the business. We picked it up when Dave retired. He very kindly passed it over to us, and we're trying to carry on the Dresda name and keep the bikes out there and keep everybody's Dresdas running and racing as well as they always have. So as well as building all the frames, Russell does all the engineering, the fabrication, and puts the bikes together, and he works on the frames in the jig, and we're going to see a bit of that in a minute. So this bike has been completely built bespoke for the customer. They've specified absolutely everything on it, including the front brake. They wanted this Sealy front brake, which is quite an interesting single leading shoe both sides. Everything else on the bike has been done to Dresda spec, but all the details have been particularly specified by the customer, including where the foot pegs go, the height of the handlebars, all those kinds of things. So in this corner we do a lot of the engine building, and this is where the engines get fitted into the frames. This one is going to be actually a replica of the 1965 Barcelona winning bike, so it's having a pre-unit Triumph engine. It's got a mild tune, and it's not completely race tuned, and it's having a box section swing arm, which is something that Dresda's been known for since the very early days when Dave developed one for Saarinen, which went into the works Yamahas because they'd just released a new slick tyre from Michelin that wouldn't fit into the Yamaha swinging arm. And what was found was that not only did it accommodate the wider tyre, but it also improved the handling. And a lot of early 70s Japanese motorcycles benefited from Dresda swing arms. They were very, very popular. There must have been thousands made over the years. So this is the jig. This isn't actually the first Dresda jig, is it? This is a new jig.
No, this was made in the 90s, so it's positively new for us. Yeah.
Yes, it's really modern, but it accommodates all the sort of different frame types that we build. I mean, I think we make, what, 4 or 5 different basic frames, don't we?
Yeah, there's 4 or 5 frames, but also we can put in anything we want to make or straighten or check.
Yeah, so all the frames that we build, although they might be of a few different types, like the Manx replica frame or the Dresda lightweight frame or the Dresda Honda frame, they can be adapted to suit a multitude of different engines. These frames are both Hondas. They're slightly different, as you might notice. This one is the Dresda Honda sort of, I suppose, standard frame you'd call it. This takes the Dresda Honda CB750 single overhead cam engine. This one here was made for a customer who was very tall, LJK Setright, the motorcycle journalist, and he wanted it taller in the head height, simply because he wanted to be able to get the rocker box and possibly the head off when it was in the frame, but also because he was so tall, he wanted it slightly bigger and roomier. I mean, Russell, you really like having a challenge, don't you? And having a sort of engineering challenge to work around. Something that we've not done before is something that you really respond to. You don't want to make endless frames that are all the same.
No, exactly. One-off frames, bespoke to suit the engine or the kind of bike they're trying to build, normally when they've failed to fit it into a standard frame.
Yeah.
So make it a bit longer, a bit higher, a bit wider where we need to make it fit right, tailor the frame for the engine.
Yeah, yeah. And also to the rider. I mean, when a rider comes in, I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm sort of sizing them up a bit, thinking, oh yeah, they're shorter in the leg, or they're longer in the leg, or they've got a very long back, and trying to work out where the foot pegs and the handlebars might be going just to make it more ergonomic and comfortable. So here you can see we've got loads of jig material and all the machinery here. We've got obviously lathe where Russell does a lot of the fabrication, and the pillar drill here. This is all very traditional machinery, and Russell's been using it for over 30 years at Dresda, and it's been there quite a long time before he even started. So here we've got a tube bending machine, which is very useful. Obviously, pillar drill, another smaller lathe there for smaller jobs. In here we've got lineages and the saw, which is handy for cutting out engine plates. We get some of it done with laser or water jet cutting nowadays, but that's still there for when we want to do small jobs. In here, this is the dirty room really. We've got a polisher here. We can polish up tanks or engine plates, and in here we've got blasting cabinets for cleaning cases. This is a really useful piece of kit. We've got a rolling road here. It's got some electrical boxes here. We're just having some new wiring done, but obviously this is a customer's race bike, and what's great is that we can get a race bike up on here or a road bike and fire it up, get it running and test the carburation. We get all sorts of information and feedback from the rolling road, which is incredibly helpful for setup. Obviously everything's vented to the outside. This spins at high speed when the motor's on and extracts any gases. So we've got a lot of storage space up here on the mezzanine floor. As you can see, we've got bends for pipes, for exhaust pipes, all ready for Russell to weld up and fit to customers' bikes. So this is our spares department, and we've got a huge amount of spares that we're working through all the time. We're sending bikes all over the world, and we need to have the right parts at the right time to be able to build the engine. We've got everything here from heads and barrels. We've got 8 valve heads. We've got customers' frames. We've also got over here we've got brake parts and sprockets and all the control parts for the bikes. Cases, we have both pre-unit and unit construction cases, the later T140 cases as well. We've got a huge number of swinging arms, both Dresda and original ones, so that if someone rings up and says, oh, I need a Dresda swing arm for a Suzuki T500, we know exactly which one to supply them with. Okay, so in this area we've got a lot of frames that are for, mainly they're feather beds, and they're a mixture of Manx Norton but also Road Dominator frames. Customers often come to us with a bike that they've crashed, or they have a frame that's beyond economic repair, and they want to have their bike rebuilt around a frame that is right for their particular year or the type of bike that they're riding. And as well as the Dresdas that we're perhaps best known for, we also work on custom bikes, and here you can see a bobber that's just being started. It's had a few bits done to the frame and to the swing arm, or the rigid tail end, and that's going to have an engine built up, and we'll go into that and it'll be totally restored.
What about those tail pieces over there that you...
Those are all the original Dresda seats. These have come off various different Dresdas over the years, and we quite often get requests for new bits of fiberglass to replace broken ones, and this means that we have a pattern, and we can then go back to the person who makes our fiberglass and tell them exactly which seat is needed for them to make up a new part for the customer. Mail order is a big part of the business, and we get asked for a lot of parts that go across the different continents, seats, mudguards, these parts, and they all get boxed up in here and sent away. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around the workshop with us today, and if you're passing this way, do please drop by. We'll always keep the kettle on and have a cup of tea waiting for you, so please drop in and say hello.